Good morning and namaste. Rolling Rise and Shine को brand new episode मा यहाँहरुलाई स्वागत छ. म ज्ञानराज पन्थी एज अ प्रोग्राम होस्ट आज पनि एउटा नयाँ विषयवस्तुमा कुराकानी गर्न उपस्थित भएको छु. As you know, हाम्रो प्रोग्रामले 6 वटा विषयवस्तुमा छलफल र जानकारी दिने गर्छ र यही विषयवस्तु अन्तर्गत हामी रहेर चाहिँ कुराकानी गर्ने छौं. सो आज हामीसँग एकजना गेस्ट हुनुहुन्छ. उहाँको इन्ट्रोडक्सन तिर लागौं. So we have today Mr. Prabir Rana. उहाँ होम लोन एक्सपर्ट नेपालको रिक्रुटमेन्ट म्यानेजर हुनुहुन्छ र उहाँ नेपाल इन्भेस्टमेन्ट ब्याङ्कमा हेड एचआर भएर पनि काम गरिसक्नु भएको छ र उहाँले ह्युमन रिसोर्स म्यानेजमेन्टमा 1 दशक भन्दा बढीको अनुभव पनि रहेको छ. सो ढिला नगरी उहाँलाई यस प्रोग्राममा स्वागत गरौँ. Welcome to the show, Prabir sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me here.
Okay, first of all, हजुरको व्यस्तताको कारण पनि हाम्रो प्रोग्राममा आइदिनु भयो. Thank you so much for that. So as you know, हाम्रो प्रोग्रामले चाहिँ विशेष गरी हजुर जस्तै जसले चाहिँ एचआर फ्याटर्निटीमा एउटा प्रोफेसनली काम गरिसक्नु भएको र हामी आज त्यही सेक्टरसँग एउटा टपिक लिएर चाहिँ हामी कुराकानी गर्ने छौं. सो आजको बेसिक टपिक चाहिँ हामीले रिवार्ड एन्ड रिकग्निसन सिस्टम इन नेपाल भनेर चाहिँ राखेका छौं. अब यही सेरोफेरोमा चाहिँ हामी कुराकानी गर्ने छौं. सरलाई मेरो पहिलो प्रश्न चाहिँ के छ भने हजुरले यत्रो हजुरको 1 दशक भन्दा लामो अन्तराल भइसकेको छ, काम गरिसक्नु भएको छ. हजुरको विचारमा चाहिँ हाउ क्यान एम्प्लोय एफर्ट्स क्यान बी रिकग्नाइज इन अ कम्पनी हैन र त्यो रिकग्नाइज हुँदाखेरि टु प्रोवाइड देम अब एउटा नीड थ्रु एनालाइसिस in terms of their jobs, in terms of their roles, and also risks involved in that particular job ma ke cha bhanera chai herdaheri how you brief on your part?
Firstly chai त्यो job को worth के छ भनेर हामीले measure गर्न पर्यो हैन.
हजुर.
So proper job evaluation हुनु पर्यो. And after that the result of a proper job evaluation is a job description for that role हैन. त्यसमा what are the risks, as you said, what are the risks involved, what is the knowledge, skills, attributes that is needed for the job. त्यो त्यसले खुलाउँछ.
हजुर.
And once you have that worth of the job, then what kind of rewards are necessary to attract that job holder?
Right.
भन्ने हुन्छ हैन. अनि when you talk about rewards and recognition चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ भने it should be tied with the company को goals and objectives also.
Right.
हैन त्यो alignment हुन पर्यो. Suppose a company has a long term goal हैन, but if you are rewarding your employees on a monthly basis or quarterly targets भन्यो भने त्यो focus short term मा गयो. So the rewards are not aligned. And similarly, like suppose you want to reward someone based on performance हैन, अनि you take the metrics of your attendance records to reward or recognize them. त्यो भयो भने के हुन्छ भने त you are rewarding people just for coming in and not necessarily for performance.
Right, okay.
So people might just log in and not do that productive work. So that misalignment हुन सक्छ. So it's a fine balance, I think, when you.
Okay. किनभने अब हामीले के देख्छौं भने when you come in an organization हैन from the very beginning join the company, most of them are not recognized based on their work done हैन. र त्यो धेरै जसो हुँदाखेरि त्यसले वर्क एउटा डिसस्याटिस्फ्याक्सन चाहिँ क्रिएट गर्छ र त्यो मोटिभेसन चाहिँ आउँदैन र डेफिनेटली त्यसले गर्दाखेरि त्यो रोलमा जुन एउटा काम उसको आफ्नो केपीआईज एउटा गर्नुपर्ने हो त्यो पनि आउँदैन के. अब हजुरले अब यु बीन एसोसिएटेड विथ द ब्याङ्किङ इन्डस्ट्रीसँग नै एसोसिएट हुनुहुन्छ. सो त्यो हेर्दाखेरि तपाईँले वेन यु गो ब्याक इन यो ब्याङ्किङ इन्डस्ट्रीको त्यो पार्टमा आर people who really do good performance in terms of their role are being recognized in a proper way or not? हजुरले के देख्नु भएको छ त्यसमा चाहिँ?
In banks, what I've noticed is annual performance appraisal हुन्छ.
हजुर.
Each year. अनि it is almost like a Christmas ritual के अब once a year हुन्छ त्यही हो.
So there is no any like in between चाहिँ how hard you work, like हुन्छ नि you done like 100 of things good, but one mistake at the end of the year might
that can result in getting low rates for the appraisal हैन. तर कस्तो हुन्छ भने अब end of the year गर्यो भने as you said सुरु beginning of the year मा के achievement गरेको you can forget that also. Mistakes गरेको also you can forget it हैन. अनि लास्ट स्टेजमा कसरी परफर्म गर्यो द्याट क्यान ओभरस्याडो एभ्रिथिङ वाट एभर युभ डन इन द इयर अनि एन्ड अफ द इयरमा बेस्ड अन यर रेटिङ्स यु गेट प्रमोसन यु गेट स्यालेरी इन्क्रिमेन्ट तर द्याट्स टु लेट नि त सो अब देयर आर सम अर्गनाइजेसन्स लाइक अब भनौँ एचएलई नेपाल वेयर क्वार्टरली बेसिसमा पनि वी गिभ recognition and rewards. We have certain categories like leadership category, customer service, where each division they nominate the staff, for this reward. किनभने reward चाहिँ especially for younger generation चाहिँ एक वर्ष कुर्यो भने त्यसको value चाहिँ घट्छ. So if you can do it as timeliness is very important. So as soon as possible reward दिन सक्यो भने चाहिँ I think that becomes more effective. I
think हजुरले जुन कुरा पनि उठाउनु भएको छ when RNR कुराहरू चाहिँ yearly र quarterly गर्दाखेरि अथवा half semi annually गर्दाखेरिको के कुरामा चाहिँ जस्तो अब definitely year long हुँदाखेरि त्यो motivation अलि कम हुन सक्छ तर when it from a HR perspective बाट हजुरले हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ quarterly गर्नेको benefits चाहिँ how advantage it is in terms of yearly को उसमा चाहिँ because you have seen your people working and performance wise like quarterly गर्दाखेरि जुन performance high भएको छ जुन year annually गर्दाखेरि त्यो देख्न पनि सकिन्छ होला हैन सो हजुरले आफ्नो उसमा चाहिँ being in a HR आफ्नो प्रोफेसनल मा चाहिँ कसरी देखिराख्नु भएको छ यसलाई चाहिँ
द फर्म को डेमोग्राफिक्स पनि हेर्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ है
हजुर
लाइक ब्याङ्क्स मा मेबी अब त्यहाँ देयर आर ओल्डर पिपल देयर हैन दे माइट अप्रिशिएट बेनिफिट्स लाइक medical insurance, health insurance, life insurance, के हुन्छ नि education for the children. तर the organization that I am working for right now, HLE Nepal, the demographic is very young demographics, majority below 25 years of age, हैन उनीहरूलाई रिवार्ड्स चाहिँ के भ्याल्यु लाग्छ भने चाहिँ maybe something like gifts, हैन recognition like company merchandise, even small gifts like foodman voucher भनौँ movies को tickets भनौँ which you can give frequently and यो young generation चाहिँ के गर्दो रहेछ भने त्यस्तो गिफ्ट्सहरू चाहिँ they appreciate it and they shared it in the social media के
okay
so हाम्रो कम्पनीको लागि पनि it's a kind of a branding employer branding हुन्छ
हजुर
so that has worked well for us I think
okay अब when it comes to reward system हैन अब employee को moral मा the results definitely it shows हैन so from र त्यो encouragementले चाहिँ how it helps in increasing their productivity level मा चाहिँ कसरी impact गरिरहेछ
firstly it's always great to feel recognized and see that your company is recognizing you हैन अब हाम्रो केसमा चाहिँ when we give quarterly rewards or whatever हैन month of the employee of the month rewardsहरू चाहिँ we make it a big event
okay
company wide event we announce the nominations हैन अनि the reward पाउनेहरूले there's a cash prize associated with it but the prestige of that being nominated for that reward is so much that just being nominated is a big thing for them and some people are not always motivated by money itself like other kind of rewards भनौँ न things like gifts vouchers lunch with the CEO or even given the job title or exciting roles challenging roles more responsibility even that can be kind of a reward for them
so हजुरकोमा I think as you said मैले जुन कुरा सोधेको increase in productivity भन्दा बित्तिकै first work काम आफ्नो tenure मा पनि एउटा impact पार्यो retention मा पनि I hope it helped a lot for you guys as well हैन because when we see कि एउटा well set up organization मा when RNR is not properly implemented the attrition is getting high के हैन जुन way मा you want to motivate your employees and work for you त्यो part मा चाहिँ missing भइरा हुन्छ र they leave the company and go for other journey हैन so त्यो पार्टहरु पनि छ I guess मैले देखेको इन्डस्ट्रीमा चाहिँ मोर अफ जहाँ चाहिँ बढी एक्टिभिटीज जसरी एउटा रिवार्ड एन्ड रेकग्निसन बढी गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ एउटा मोटिभेसन लेभल अफ देम अफ स्टिकिङ विथ द कम्पनी इज हायर इन टर्म्स अफ पिपल वेयर नथिङ एउटा वर्क एप्रिसिएसन नै छैन भन्ने त्यो पार्ट आउँछ ओके अब हजुर आई थिङ्क यु बिन एसोसिएटेड विथ नेसनल अर्गनाइजेसनसँग पनि काम गर्नुभयो नाउ यु आर वर्किङ विथ international companies so when you see the prevalent reward and recognition system in Nepal हजुरले हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ or Nepalese organization को system not only like banking sector from other sector wise पनि कस्तो भिन्नताहरू देखिराख्नु भएको छ इन्टरनेसनल र नेसनलीमा चाहिँ?
I think in terms of rewards and recognition, right now I'm working for Australian company, so उनीहरूको culture is slightly different. They encourage feedback, they encourage disagreement with your boss's ideas, new ways of thinking, challenging the status quo, अनि नेपालमा चाहिँ कस्तो छ भने अलिकति आफ्नो बसले जे भन्यो maybe that is correct, they like to maintain harmony in the team, भनौँ न. अनि so हामीले चाहिँ के balance गरेका छौँ भने we need to encourage that kind of opening up of ideas and speaking up and things like that. तर अलिकति Nepalese culture पनि अलिकति maintain गर्नुपर्छ. You can disagree without being disrespectful, अनि rewardsहरू दिँदा पनि individual rewardsहरू पनि हुन्छ, तर not to make them too competitive भनेर team based rewards, announcing it in the intranet, in our website, in our Facebook groups, things like that. So अब हाम्रो culture अलिकति team based अनि उनीहरूको culture western culture अलिकति individualist भएको हुनाले त्यो rewards पनि we have to balance it out like that. So.
हजुर. ओके, अब हजुरले जति पनि यो प्रोग्रामहरू एक्टिभिटिजहरू रन गर्नुहुन्छ, what sort of what is the best method of हुन्छ नि यो रिवार्ड रेकग्निसन प्रोग्रामलाई चाहिँ अर्गनाइजमा ल्याउनलाई चाहिँ कस्तो खालको मेथड्स अथवा कस्तो खालको टुल्सहरू युज गरिराख्नु भएको छ to find out like who is performing up to the level भन्ने कुराहरू चाहिँ कस्तो खालको टुल्स अलिकति शेयर गरिदिनुस् न हजुरको आफ्नो पर्सनल?
हाम्रो चाहिँ beginning of the year हाम्रो KPIsहरू सेट हुन्छ.
हजुर.
अनि based on that you are rated monthly, quarterly and yearly.
Okay.
And apart from the KPIs, as I mentioned, यो quarterly rewardsहरू पनि हामीले दिन्छौँ. Based on the organizational values, how we are achieving, what are you doing, what are the achievements that you've done, what are the outcomes भनेर. अनि there are a whole lot of people who get nominated from each divisions, and then there's a committee that filters out who are the top performers.
Okay.
There's a set criteria, that's transparent. What are the criteria that you're supposed to achieve to be eligible to get that reward, to get that award. So everything is clear, and then there's a selection process, and ultimately one person, I think for each category 4 or 5 people win.
Okay.
So that there's not like there's a chance for everyone to shine.
Okay, so particularly HR ले नै conduct गरिरह हुन्छ त्यो activities, either from the line manager देखि नै from the management aspect बाट सबैले evaluate गरिरह हुन्छ कि कसरी?
Under the HR people and culture team we have another team called engagement team.
Okay.
अनि engagement team ले चाहिँ उनीहरुको फोकसै कसरी how to create events, how to create that excitement, how to create engagement among employees भनेर.
Okay.
So they have a series of programs lined up for the whole year. So they manage this rewards.
Okay. अनि त्यो जुन performance evaluations गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ from line manager बाटै आउँछ हुन चाहिँ definitely.
Yes.
Okay. अब हजुरले पनि भन्नुभयो you guys like हुन्छ नि कुनै पनि events you go on social media explore गर्नुहुन्छ, you post the things in your company website and all that. So communicating R&R effectively हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ efficient tool in encouraging the employee morale हैन, र also it helps to create a better business outcome in the organization as well.
Definitely.
So हजुरले यसमा अझै अलि elaborate गर्दाखेरि कुनै examples छ जसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ you have seen a lot of हुन्छ नि त्यो बिजनेसमा पनि एकदमै राम्रो तरिकाले परफर्मेन्स पनि भइराको र बिजनेस पनि ग्रो भएको त्यस्तो कुनै आफ्नै कम्पनीमा देख्नु भएको छ अथवा?
मैले एक्चुअली बिफोर आई जोइन एचएलई मेरो वाइफले चाहिँ एउटा टिकटक भिडियो देखाएको थियो कि.
हजुर.
अनि त्यो चाहिँ एचएलई स्टाफले अपलोड गराइरहेछ. दिस इज हाउ माई कम्पनी ट्रिट्स आवर एम्प्लोइज भनेर. उसलाई कोभिड भएर रहेछ त्यो स्टाफलाई हैन. अनि एचएलई नेपालले चाहिँ बिग कोभिड ह्याम्पर पठाएछ कि विथ टेस्ट थिङ, भिटामिन्स, विथ सप्लिमेन्टरी फुड एन्ड थिङ्स लाइक द्याट. अनि त्यो यङ ग्रुपलाई चाहिँ त्यो इट क्रिएट्स द्याट काइन्ड अफ बज के इन द सोसियल मिडिया. अनि हामीले पनि वी ह्याड कन्डक्टेड अ सर्वे रिसेन्टली रिगार्डिङ आस्किङ पिपल लाइक what attracted them to HLE and what would make them stay in HLE Nepal भन्दाखेरिमा चाहिँ उनीहरूले कल्चर भन्यो
ओके
अनि कल्चर भन्नु नै लाइक वान थिङ कल्चर इज टु बी प्रोफेसनली म्यानेज्ड हैन एउटा एस्पेक्ट त्यो छ तर अर्को पार्ट अफ कल्चर इज थिङ्स लाइक दिस रिवार्ड्स एन्ड रेकग्निसन हैन इन अ टाइमली फ्यासन इन अ यु नो राइट अमाउन्ट अफ रिवार्ड्स इट सुड बी फेयर एन्ड ट्रान्सपेरेन्ट हैन अब रिवार्ड दिँदाखेरिमा इफ द प्रोसेस इज फ्लड or if there's no transparency or there's that can lead to demotivation if they perceive it as unfair right? So we have to make sure that everything is transparent and everything is in process in policy so that's another key factor
मेरो I think next question पनि लगभग त्यही नै छ किनभने when the organization when a culture of recognition is set in a structure in a company र एउटा meaningful manner मा चाहिँ त्यसलाई execute गरे हुन्छ definitely from the employee side also he try to bring his game as well in terms of how I can win that भन्ने एउटा त्यो एउटा aspect पनि create भइसक्यो हुन्छ now the challenge comes in from the HR aspect कि how that recognition approach बाट चाहिँ कसरी employee मा एउटा healthy competition create हुनु पर्यो नि त फेरि recognize भन्दै अब out of like 250 people only 2 recognize हुँदाखेरि rest के हुन्छ त हैन रेस्टमा डिमोटिभेसन त आउँछ होला अब एउटा प्रपर स्ट्रक्चर जुन हजुरले भन्नुभयो डिमोटिभेसन पार्ट पनि नआउनलाई हाउ एचआर डिपार्टमेन्ट क्यान प्रमोट हेल्दी कम्पिटिसन विदिन द इम्प्लोइज कसरी गर्न सक्छ
It is, I think first thing, you know, HR has to analyze कुन category of people like चाहिँ कस्तो खालको reward चाहिँ, you know, is very, you know, attractive for them. I know, so as I mentioned earlier, certain people might be motivated by money, while some people might be motivated like by giving a chance to progress in their career. So त्यो हेरेर त्यो balance out गर्न पर्यो.
Okay.
अनि secondly, too much of unhealthy competition पनि avoid गर्नलाई individual reward पनि दिने तर टिमले achieve गरेको team rewardsहरू दिने हैन. Try to bring in diversity and inclusion within the organization.
Okay.
अनि यो engagement activities or team-based engagement activities, whether it's department-wise, organization-wise, like you know, plan out गर्ने. We have like team-based activities every quarter for every division, right? So make it healthy, make it engaging within the team, right? Not just individualistic competition. अनि yeah, as I said, अब अलिकति individual and team-based मा focus गर्यो भने चाहिँ I think it balances out the unhealthy competitions and make it transparent and make the event very, you know, like visible for everybody to see. Okay?
So हजुरकोमा चाहिँ यो orientation बाटै start हुन्छ कि like how employee knows कि if I perform what will I get भन्ने कसरी थाहा हुन्छ त्यो चाहिँ
यो चाहिँ हाम्रो onboarding stage मै when new employees come, here are the things that this is our values, this is our objectives, this is our goals भनेर भन्छौँ and if you live by our objectives, these are the things you can get recognitions. For example, we have this bonus for reading books also. We have a set of books in our library and if people read that, they get some amount of money, you know. So that's like not just inculcating reading habit, but also like saying that we want you to, you know, be thinkers, innovators. So take that direction also भनेर हामीले encourage गरेको हो. So
okay. So त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ start हुन्छ. Okay. All right. अब as I said अघि नै पनि मैले हजुरलाई methods को बारेमा सोधेको थिएँ हैन. So अहिलेको when you see digitalization र technology ले how it helps in structuring this reward and recognition in a better way हैन. र how can it assure कि such programs are like integrated seamlessly integrated within the existing HRM को process मा पनि existing गरिराछ भनेर तपाईले digitalization technology ले कतिको त्यसमा चाहिँ help गरेछ जस्तो लाग्छ अथवा support गरिराछ त्यो transparency र
transparency यो technology चाहिँ एकदम transparency बनाउँछ हैन. You get that visibility. What are the criteria for getting this award, you know, to be eligible for this award clearly हुन्छ. If there are any changes in the policy, real time basis मा you know software मै हेर्न सकिन्छ. If someone wins, you know, त्यो person को achievement हरू चाहिँ technology को मार्फतबाट it can be shared at different social medias. It can be circulated in the intranet within the employees. So I think technology, let's say, it kind of helps celebrate that whole concept of rewarding and recognizing employees.
Okay. So about now in the current scenario, I think employee well-being प्रोग्राम्सहरु पनि आइरहेको छ र दे आर इट्स अल्सो बीइङ अ पार्ट अफ यो आरएनआर कै अन्तर्गत पनि राखिरहेको हुन्छ सो त्यसमा हजुरको कम्पनीले अथवा हाउ इट टेकिङ द इम्प्लोइ वेलबिङ पार्ट एज वेल यही आरएनआर कै उसमा राखेर गरिराख्नु भएको छ कि इट्स अ डिफरेन्ट एस्पेक्ट कसरी छ
एम्प्लोइ वेलबिङ चाहिँ अब इट्स गेन्ड मोर फोकस स्पेशली आफ्टर यो कोभिडको टाइम पछि चाहिँ मेन्टल हेल्थ चाहिँ एकदम how important it is whenever it highlighted, especially working from home, being isolated, and there's one group of people that want to come back to office, and there's another group of people who like to stay at home, and
right.
they are in that comfort zone. But there are isolation avastha pani mental health and well-being ko issues around also. So before that itself, like I think most companies in Nepal and HLE in particular, we had already had a employee assistance program where we have tied up with an organization. If there are any mental health issues, the employee can directly approach that company.
Okay,
it's anonymous, so the privacy is maintained. अनि अब यो well-being को लागि not just अब भइसकेपछि त that help is there, if there's mental health issues, but to prevent that also, lot of activities, team-based activities. Office may provide good set of meals, breakfast right. Where people can interact. There are games, there are video games, there are indoor games that we encourage our employees to participate in. Team-based, a lot of team-based activities that happen over the years. So,
I think that also a part of motivation, employee, because definitely. The company cares for them in terms of their work and how they are working. This part of activities is also a part of RNR bhaneko not only like you do it quarterly or evenly, in a day-to-day basis ma pani there are activities that are running in terms of for employees to be recognized, the company cares for them भन्ने एउटा पार्ट पनि त्यहीबाट पनि आउँछ र मोर अफ त्यो एक्टिभिटिजहरु चाहिँ रिगरस वेमा लिएर जान सक्यो भने अझै बेटर फर द कम्पनी हो अब have you been like you've been HR Fitness, you've been almost एउटा डेकेड नै गइसकेको छ हजुरले are there any specific policies like in terms of यस्तै गर्नुपर्छ आरएनआर भनेर त्यस्तो नेपाल अर्गनाइजेसनहरुले सिनारियोमा हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ is there a set of things set up from the policy part itself त्यस्तो देखिराख्नु भएको छ कि छैन यसलाई मोर इफेक्टिभ बनाउनलाई चाहिँ
नर्मली दुईटा एस्पेक्ट्सबाट छ हैन एउटा चाहिँ more formal बेसिसमा रेकग्नाइज गर्ने that's based on the fulfillment of your KPIs and things like that, annual performance. Based on that, you get your promotions, whatever responsibilities, your salary increments and things like that. Another aspect is the non-tangible ones. Alikati gifts देखि लिएर given an opportunity to take more responsibilities. Alikati Gen Z र millennials चाहिँ they want some kind of a career growth. Career progression पनि देख्न चाहन्छन् they want learning and development opportunities हैन त्यो पनि our organizations are providing that र younger generation लाई चाहिँ यो recognition को कुरामा चाहिँ उनीहरुलाई अलिकति immediately नै चाहिन्छ के so rather than the older people where they can wait for a year उनीहरु चाहिँ more impatient हैन अनि if they see something they don't like or they see something that's not fair they speak out immediately. So that cultural shift is coming up in Nepal also. So we have to cater to that.
Okay. So my final question, sir, what's your recommendation in terms of how companies should conduct this sort of RNR programs? How's your personal recommendation?
I think most importantly, make sure it's fair, it's transparent. The criteria is well set. People across the board know what to achieve, what they need to do to get there, to achieve. And make it fun, make it a bit fun and, and make it an event that's like memorable, create a celebratory moment for recognizing people.
All right, so thank you so much for accepting our request for the interview and also giving us your time for this. It is always my pleasure to talk to you. In future as well, if अरू टपिकमा पनि we will discuss, यस्तै गरी हामी डिस्कस गर्न पनि सक्छौँ. So thank you so much for your time and everything, sir.
Sure. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay. So हामी प्रोग्रामको अन्तिमतिर आइसकेका छौँ. हजुरहरूलाई हाम्रो प्रोग्राम कस्तो लाग्यो? आफ्नो सुझाव सल्लाह हामीलाई riseandshine@rollingplans.com.np मा इमेल गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. Keep visiting www.rollingnexus.com for infinite opportunity and to build a network of new possibilities. It's time to rise and shine. Tapako din शुभ रहोस्.